last time we had a pretty amazing session. Who would like to do the recap?
I'll do it. Last time we did some stuff, and eventually led us to getting on a carriage towards going to a camp with and
Okay. Matthias.
That's it. I was gonna say Meliodas for some reason.
Meliodas.
Don't worry, I was gonna call him Morthos.
Don't get me distracted with Meliodas, Justice. The friggin' new game. I can't even.
Say it out.
Yeah, see?
What?
No,
what?
later. So.
I'm buying it right now. Right fucking now.
Shut up, Justice. So I got into an argument because I wanted my cards because I'm a child and 8 is amazing.
Yeah.
And, then the sword that
Axe.
the harpoons.
Javelin.
The javelins and the harpoons. We got into a fight, and by we I mean 8 and Rayev. I want to say. I don't even know what I want to say.
I got you on words.
Rayev and 8 got into a fight, and then Rayev left, and...
For very valid reason, I might say.
Not a good reason at all. And that's what happened.
Good time
So-
to just finish our mission.
I mean, out of character, that was a really fucking stupid fight. But in
I have a
character,
question.
It was great.
It was great.
I had a question that's kind of on topic.
What?
What's the difference between a javelin and a harpoon?
A harpoon is... Alright, say to mute yourself because I'm about to teach him something.
Mute myself? What?
You have to speak while we're learning.
I meant deafen yourself so you
I
can't
don't know what this
hear me.
accomplishes, but I've done as expected.
Mutes and doesn't-
What's my next move? I don't understand.
So a harpoon is used inside of a gun. It is a projectile usually used to harpoon tuna, whales, and such things. Usually a string is attached to it, used to be reeled
Sea creatures.
in. Sea creatures generally. A javelin is a long, essentially it's a spear. It's a long stick with a point that is thrown and is not used as
They're both long, pointy
I
sticks.
started Googling what's the difference between a harpoon and a javelin, and the first autofill is what's the difference between peanut butter and jam.
Okay. So to expand upon the story a little bit, because you guys apparently don't remember my carefully crafted plot.
Hey, I think
Elements.
I did well.
You didn't
I
remember
remember
what Mount Altara or who the big
go.
bad was.
Mount what?
I remember them arguing for like an hour of where we were gonna go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's go to Far Harbor!
We're not going to Far
God
Harbor.
damn it, Zach!
I want to go to Far Harbor!
Yeah,
Say
that-
that.
That will totally be an option later. And you guys totally could just like decide to ditch Matthias and go to Far Harbor. It would really screw up my plans.
Matthias ditched us.
Well,
He did
You
kind of
guys-
ditch you guys.
Turned into
To
a
be
fucking dinosaur. Spooky.
To be fair, Lothar turned 8 into a dinosaur right next to a team of horses.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, so
now that Lothar is... Or not Lothar. Is gone.
Rhea, well,
Let's go
yes,
to
Rhea was
Far
going
Harbor.
to.
No.
Okay, so quickly recap. You guys snuck out of Fain Real and are traveling south, disguised as members of Matthias's wine caravan. The
We were
journey.
Spice.
Oh yes, spice, yes. Because 8 got a head full of pepper.
That was terrible spice.
To plan to meet up with the main sort of Matthias's group in the desert south of Sunspear. You guys are not on the You guys are not on that map. Hold on.
We're on my map.
Yeah, we're on the special map.
Yeah, hold on. Let me move you to the world map. Leaving it. God damn it! I leave the game because
Man,
my
that's a
trackpad.
small world.
It's not a world map. Shut up.
Strangely like a bar.
Rand's back!
This is the whole world as you know it.
Does that mean the entire world
Is this Dungeon Defenders or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
My world just exploded.
Oh, Half-Life 3 is confirmed.
Oh shit.
So, you guys, which is where I just pinged, you're traveling south
I didn't see the
as a member of Spice
We
Caravans.
probably made it like this far, right?
Alright.
About there,
Okay.
honestly. It's gonna take about. You're trying to get to the main resistance group or the main group that Matthias is in, which is somewhere in the desert. Sunspear. It's gonna take probably. You're scared off the horses. You don't know, but the plan was for it to take about 2.5 to 3 weeks to get to Sunspear, and then however long you need to travel into the desert.
But, like,
Yes.
Far Harbor is not through the desert.
But we have.
Well,
we
if-
have to go through
well-
the desert to get to Far Harbor.
Looks like we gotta go through a marsh to get,
Oh,
or a swamp or something. See how there's like a
The-
little swamp thing there?
Yeah, but
We could just take a bow at.
it would be easier to go through the desert.
Oh yeah, we could just.
You guys,
when we
you
get
don't
to
have the
here-
foldable boat anymore.
Oh no! I should have mugged her.
Don't have the what?
You're missing
You
the
followed her,
invisible
like, kicking her in the shins.
bagpipes, the foldable boat, the ring that talks to plants.
Oh yeah, say that.
We need to
Damn
run
it.
after her and murderize her. This is what I'm understanding.
Right there. We should.
Damn it!
we
I
should-
introduced that ring just so Seda could talk to her pumpkin, and now it's gone.
Yeah, my pumpkin
Pumpkin
blew up.
did explode.
Well, Seda, that's kind of your fault.
Well, as a fox child, I didn't know what explosive was.
Oh
So
my god, Boat.
But we can still make fun of you for it.
hey, go back! I wasn't done negotiating my terms to go to Far Harbor.
You're not going to Far Harbor. I mean, not yet.
The whole point of that fight was to get you to come with us without arguing about going to Far Harbor anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well, and because Lothar gave a child like world-ending deck of
The
cards.
reason the child world-ending cards was to shut her up so she didn't argue about going to Far Harbor anymore.
You could have kept arguing. We could have just picked her up and dragged her.
So you're saying
Well,
like,
that was an
card-
option until you started throwing javelins at her.
harpoons. So you're saying if I give up the cards, we can go to Far Harbor.
No.
Sure.
Damn it.
Standing on the road, Rev, who with her crazy demon-possessed axe has just walked off. Matthias are currently being dragged down the road. What do you guys do?
I want to go after Rayev and get that ring.
No, we're going to get the boat. She will kill you. Literally kill you.
What's that about a boat?
We're going after Matthias. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Yo, I'm tired too.
Matthias is just dragging a boat, like, with 4 horses in front of it.
See? There's our boat. Let's go.
Alright. It's a boat made of pepper. Alright.
What are you guys going to do?
We're going after the boat.
We're going after Matthias.
Okay. You guys, everyone, I assume, is going after?
Hey,
Yes.
how big is
Make sure to
Tam?
grab Ryoga by the hand and
What, Seda?
How big is Tam?
He's in, like, plate armor, he's got a shield and a spear, although HEEEBIII picked a picture of an elf, I think he's human,
I think he's half elf.
elf, okay. Aki, how big do half-elves get?
Same size as humans.
Okay. He's about 6 feet tall,
How swole?
guy, but he's kind of like, he's, like, lean, he's got, like, a swimmer's body.
We talking Chris Redfield Res 5 or Chris Redfield Res 6?
I don't know what those are.
Think of,
Absolutely disgraceful.
Not-
Chris Redfield Res 5. That's for sure.
Alright.
But it's
He's-
I don't even think it's up to Chris Redfield.
Yeah, Michael Phelps. Big shoulders, generally well muscled, but not overly buff like a bodybuilder.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hopping on Tam's shoulders and pulling his hair to control him in the right direction.
Washboard abs, wonderful things like that.
Okay, so Tam looks up, but Tam's a happy-go-lucky guy, so he just sort of shrugs. Because
Onward!
8 does weird things. And Tam, gives the ground a little tap with his spear and begins to walk onward. As 8, directs slashes controls his mind. So you guys continue on the dusty road for about 15 minutes before you see. Before you see little a.
Is that a vacuum?
No, it's not a vacuum. No, I just moved it. I didn't make it bigger.
Hold on. It's the horse carriage.
It's supposed to be bigger.
It does look like a vacuum. Oh god.
I know, it's low res.
Am I dead?
No, move your stupid fox ass.
No, you just got trampled. You are dead. That is the last we will ever see of 8.
Yep.
Well, Archie's dead. I take the cards.
I eat before I die.
Lothar and Matthias. Matthias and his horses come trotting into view. The horses look tired, sweat is like and whatnot, and their bodies are sweaty. Matthias does not look pleased, and he goes up to you guys and looks at Lothar because he might have suspected.
I give my widest, most calming smile.
He looks at Lothar and says, "The next time on turning your little pet dog into a dinosaur."
It worked!
Did it? Where is the barbarian?
Whoa, we have a dog?
That's you. Dog the barbarian.
What? I'm not a dog!
Quiet you, you're not helping.
Whines like a dog.
Fox
Where
is
is the
the same
barbarian?
one.
She has decided to go on a different path than us.
And I assume she still has the axe?
Unfortunately.
Remind me, as he looks over at Morthos and Tam and Ryoga, how big of a role did she play in killing the Inquisitor?
All of it.
I'd say give or take like
Probably
85,
about half.
90%.
That just means the rest of you will have to pick it up.
You didn't have me when you fought the Inquisitor. We'll be fine.
The rest of you will have to pick it up.
Make a persuasion check, 8.
Crit.
Crit.
Crit. Fuck.
That's a decent roll, though, for Zeta.
Yeah.
8 pilots Tam over to where Matthias is sitting on the horse car and says, "And have me. Now that you got me, we'll be fine." And Matthias just shakes his head a little bit and sighs and says, "Well, I've already told my people that you're coming. And you're all wanted anyway, so we could use the bodies. Come on, it's... Jesus, it's a long way to Sunspear." And he... a little bit of a lash, and they begin to turn around.
Are you gonna be like this the whole way?
You... turn into a dinosaur the whole way?
Hey, I didn't do that.
He ignores you.
I can turn into a bear. Want to see that?
8, not the time.
Not helping.
Well, get on if you're getting on. My documents
go.
still say you're all guards and workers.
I'm gonna use my magic hat and turn into a small triceratops.
That's a little bit beyond its power.
Aww.
I'm gonna allow it for the rule. Just your head turns into the head of a triceratops.
No.
Rule of cool. 8's body, head of a triceratops.
Can I make a face at Matthias? Like,
Yes. 8. You know who I think of 8 as? 8
Who?
is Calvin.
Calvin?
Calvin and Hobbes?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
She's just like stomping around making noises like with an actual Triceratops head. Yeah. She's just pretending to be a monster while she's actually a monster. Okay. Oh. Everyone piles on and the group travels.
My mom always called me my little monster.
You got a mom?
You didn't?
Why are we on this map?
You're on the right map.
Harbor! I see you!
I'm
I can't see anything.
I look forward when we get to Far Harbor and it's just destroyed because of you.
And I'm just sad.
Because of me?
No, because of 8.
No, because of Ram.
Wanting to go to that. No, because of 8 wanting to go there all the time.
Yeah, the evil
Okay.
ones somehow picked up on 8's burning desire to go to Far Harbor, and they just went there and fucking blew the place up.
Is there a reason why we have a dick on the map?
Because you guys are immature.
I'm purple, Nick. I drew a root.
I want to see.
Yellow.
I am blue, but I did not draw a dick.
Sure.
That is one massive testicle, let me just say.
Yeah.
And it has half
I
that
want
pie
to
in
be
it.
on the map.
Alright, I'll draw you on the map.
Draw something. You're green.
I got it! Don't worry!
No one's on the map.
There! You're on the
You're
map.
looking at the world map.
Oh, I thought we were on a different map.
No, we're on the world map.
No.
Where's the penis? Oh.
Where's Waldo?
Shut up. I was scrolled down, okay?
So as children, we looked for Waldo. In the last campaign, we looked for Van. And now this campaign, we're looking for dicks.
I should just rename this campaign "The Quest for Dick." Okay.
On topic but off topic, there is a museum in Iceland that has over 2,000 phalluses.
That sounds horrifying. Okay.
Don't even get me started on Korea.
Has the 16-foot
You
long
were looking around for your penis facts?
Yes,
Did you
actually.
guys read? Did you guys read my pin tweet? That sounds horrifying. Okay. Now, let's see. You guys. So, it's going to take about 2.5 weeks from your current position of about there to
Guys,
reach Sunspear. What?
Not the food.
Talking. Okay, so this is a quick rules thing. I'm not going to go through day by day unless something happens, and there will be events that happen along the way. But everyone can pick characters is going to be doing for the next 2.5 weeks. 8, if that's just run around trying to eat butterflies, that's fine. If you want to talk with Lothar, Lothar. Well, you could talk with Lothar if you want, but if you want to talk with Matthias and get more information, or you want to practice a skill or something, that's all cool. And Ian and I understand that Rev anything. So, but
I
yeah,
know my
what's
job.
going to be doing as you travel?
Keep watch, play a little tune to keep our spirits up, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Every single day, I want to turn to a different thing with my hat.
And do you mean people or do you mean animals?
People.
So
Doing.
one day we'll have a fucking fancy noble woman traveling with us.
Yeah, and the next day we'll have,
It'll be
a really
bloody
fat
jester.
person.
No, a bloody jester.
Yeah, Jester. Juggling stuff.
Okay. Yeah, what is Greg doing?
Fucking, just generic monk stuff. Meditating on the side of the road and practicing.
Not on the cart.
No, on the side of the road, whenever we stop.
Okay.
When he's standing on the car, he's going to be practicing martial arts and balance and whatnot.
Because that worked the last time you guys decided to practice martial arts in public.
Well,
Okay.
and there's other people around.
Okay. Okay. What is Morthos doing?
I am gonna sit in the cart and make neat little wood carvings of demons and then cut their heads off and light them on fire.
Alrighty then.
Can I request that Marthos makes me a wheel?
Why do you want
That-
a wheel?
Oh.
Why do you want a wheel?
So I can attach string or my rope to the back of the cart and then run along the wheel on the back of it.
8 can request Marthos make her a wheel if she wants.
Well, I was gonna say a skateboard type dealy, but I don't think a skateboard would be in this world, so I decided to
8 wants basically a sidecar.
Yeah.
God. Build a
She can,
sidecar.
yeah, so Marthos, you can be delightfully edgy and cut off demon heads, and
Alright.
8 can ask you for a wheel. Okay, Ryoga.
Can I have a sidecar?
I only know how to carve demons. I'm sorry.
Can you make me a giant demon head sidecar?
Yeah, I could. Can I cut its head off and burn it?
You can make a giant statue with this tree that we find, and then you can cut its head off, and then we can turn that into my sidecar.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Fucking do it.
All right. Roll for
Ryoga,
initiative for
what
the
is-
tree.
Yeah, fuck that tree.
Screw that tree.
Trying to stay
Ryoga.
calm and not murder the entire group.
You?
the cleric.
Cleric does have a lot of AoE spells they can get.
I like to imagine the cleric. He's just like twitching in the cart. He's just so angry at everything.
But like the magic that comes off every time it hits someone just like heals them.
God damn it.
It's like, ooh, thank you.
Like hitting the head with a giant mace, and then just like,
Plus 10.
Okay. So, the group continues along. Yes, Aki. The group continues along. The days pass. Lothar practices his tunes. He stays away from Morthos, who is carving demons.
Sidecar.
Annoys everyone as she spends her days rapidly flipping between different bodies and faces. And Matthias kindly requests that she stop talking to him with his face because he finds it weird. A few days pass, and you get about there. As you guys draw close to the dividing mountain range, you see Mount Altara in the distance, rising high above the central mountains. It's a writhing black peak. Dark clouds seem to gather above it. And it almost seems to be spreading corruption throughout the land. You see, as the closer you get to the foothills of the mountains, the more black and twisted the land becomes, with small fissures forming in it. Red energy crackles off. So it's not a happy place. Another few days pass. You get about there. I would like everyone except Eden to make stealth checks.
Boop. Does that work?
I want to do it just to see. Nope.
You tried.
12,
your best.
17,
I can't find stealth. Oh no.
9.
I'm retarded. Oh, there.
Becomes invisible.
It's not even a crit. That's a 16.
Wait, Morthos?
That's a 16 and a 19.
Blind. There it is.
Hey!
The haters! Sorry.
You guys are moving around near the border. You're about there, near the border of Fenriel Hold and the Hold of Sunspear. You pass through a small village. The village is called Elba. And as you do so, Matthias tells you to be careful because this village is under the protection of the Children of the Light.
Oh, not them again.
They are
I'm gonna poison all of them and take their heads, right?
so as you a few of the children, you know, they're still no, but Halil says hi, guys. Yeah, the children are decked out sort of in their similar outfits, white and gold, with suns, circular suns rising. Um, but instead of the suns, well, in front of the suns is now an iron cross, representing that while they still maintain their, light and to justice and honor and whatnot, that is now in service of Telos. It's a little, there's one brief nail-biting moment where they're looking over the papers and they stop and look at Ryoga for a long moment. Fortunately, they let you guys pass without incident. Morthos is then scolded by Matthias because Morthos decided that the best to jump into one of the barrels of pepper and put the lid on, hiding in there. The White Cloaks didn't find him, but now he's covered in pepper. So that's that. 8 then avoids 3 days because he makes her sneeze. So the party continues.
So really, Morthos wins.
Yes, Morthos wins because 8 doesn't bug him. Continues for another few days. You're there. You've been traveling for about 2 weeks at this point.
My feet hurt!
Ride in the wagon.
I'm already riding in the sidecar.
Then why do your feet hurt?
I don't know.
Lothar contemplates beating a child to death with a lute. Such is life.
No, I wouldn't use my loot on that.
Okay, fair enough. So as
Sorry,
you
that
guys,
was just too good.
as you guys continue, you've been traveling for maybe a week and a day at this point. You're about here because
We got lost.
no, because Matthias didn't want to go that close to Mount Altara. The
What a
route below.
bitch.
Food that day because Matthias didn't want to give him any food.
Well,
Give her any
I'm stealing food then. You want a stealth check? Oh no, it's sleight of hand,
Okay.
excuse me.
Who are you stealing food from?
Who do you think? Matthias! He's not feeding me, I'm stealing.
Me.
Feeling?
20. See. Add 5. Okay, so he rolled an 18 with his +4 awareness dex thing. So 8, you grumble about not getting food, even though he tried to explain to you why taking this path was better. The little, case where the food is kept, you grab a little bit of dried meat, some potatoes, a little bit of pepper, and as
I
you
hate
are,
pepper.
you don't grab pepper. As you turn around with a little bit of bread, Thai steady in front of you, his arms crossed, and he is tapping his foot.
Fuck you, I'm not.
No, I'm Grog, or I'm Greg. It's kind of like
Check what-
waves my hand and slowly steps back.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, deception.
Yes.
Oh my god.
How?
You rolled a 14 and a 17.
Yeah, but why is it 17?
Because +3. You have a 3 to your charisma. Matthias raises.
Why is that so loud? What the fuck is that?
Really? Are you done? Because that's not what Matthias said.
Sorry. Something just started playing on my fucking computer and it was super fucking loud.
Okay. Matthias says, if it weren't for the ears, I might have believed you. If you wanted food, you could have just asked.
You said I couldn't eat food.
No, I didn't give you food. I never said you couldn't have any.
Well, that's two different things entirely.
Don't steal. He then takes your bread tears it in half, gives you half, and then puts the rest back. Now go on.
I nibble on my bread and think to myself, but I always get results.
Okay. The party travels on for a few more days. You're getting close. The temperature is steadily rising. You can feel the desert winds traveling across this lake.
Let's play the share game. This is my flaw.
And no one complies. Okay.
Come on, we gotta work on our teamwork here. If we're not
I
gonna be
imagine-
super teamwork effort, then we're just gonna get our butts kicked again. And by
I imagine
again,
everyone's like sitting down for breakfast, and 8 just like stands up and says, "We're gonna play a game. We're gonna have a team building exercise."
I'll get the spirit stick. Whoever holds it gets to share their flaw, and then I whack Nate in the head with it. You're first.
In a daze. Ah, like, too much.
Okay. So while 8 is hitting people with sticks, you notice that Matthias has on the other side of the cart. He has a large white hawk perched on his shoulder, and he is reading a message, something he very much did not have the day before.
Yo, what's with the bird?
Does the bird want to
Notice
play
that-
with us? I swing my stick around.
Take the stick from 8.
I look up at Lothar. What's your flaw?
I'm too handsome.
I have you.
Look.
So Lothar, do you giant white bird and note?
I'm waiting for Matthias to tell us what's up.
Okay, fair enough. So Matthias quickly finishes the note. He turns to the bird, gives it a little slice of meat, and with the message seemingly delivered, actually he takes out a small bit of parchment, slides it into the bird's leg. I'm actually trying to get my stick. Okay, as 8 is like dancing, the bird eyes 8 for a second, wondering if she could carry her away, before the bird rises into the air and flies off in the direction of the desert.
I like to imagine the bird just, like, randomly just starts floating. It doesn't move at all. It just goes up. And then it's like, alright, this is good enough. It starts flying off.
Okay, so Matthias turns to you guys and says, "Well, organization has seen fit to give us a little bit of a mission before we meet up with them. One of our is investigating an area right along our route to the main base. We had to meet up with that informant and travel together. We had to meet up with that informant and travel together to the hideout. Understand?"
When do I ever?
He
Okay.
just lets out a long, deep nostril breath and looks at the adults. Morthos, Tam, Ryoga, and Lothar. Understood? You know what we're doing?
Yeah, I get the gist.
What just happened? Hold on.
I cried because he didn't look at me when he said adults.
Oh, that was me forgetting the month.
You forget Tam, who's sick, but Greg.
Yeah, I forget Tam. Who...
I understand.
has like trying not to break down and cry. Has like this the smile of like, I understand.
After... So everyone understands?
I don't get paid enough to understand.
Fucking love this game. Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So the group travels on, and after about 4 more days,
How many miles is
reach.
that?
Some.
At least 2.
How many miles is that?
I need to know these things.
65.
Okay, can I use my rainbow wing and make a bird just carry me around for that day? It can go 144 miles per day.
Okay, yes. Which day are you doing it? The day you get close to Sunspear, or one of the walking days?
One of the walking days.
Yes, you can have you around.
Alright. Hello, I choose you! I hold my feather up in the air as the bird shows up and picks me up by the shoulders of my outfit and just, like, flies me close to the cart with me like, no walking.
I imagine you just having a stick, like, flying around and tapping people on the top of the head while you do it.
Ah!
So, as 8 continues to annoy the party with her antics, the group travels on, and soon you are close to Sunspear. You can see the towering walls of a reddish tan sandstone rising
Theft.
high. What?
Copyright.
Excuse me?
Sunspear is Game of Thrones.
Yes,
and Far
it is.
Harbor's Fallout!
Yes, I
Again,
just closed real
copyright.
quick.
There is also a race of blood elves in WoW.
Again, copyright. No, he's copying it exactly from Game of Thrones.
Well,
Yes,
Game of
I am.
Thrones sucks, so who cares?
Where's the...
You need to die.
I need to watch it. Huh?
Where's the...
So do I.
Kleenex?
It's good.
Anyway, Sunspear.
Yes.
Didn't I give it to you?
Towering
I mean, one.
walls of reddish tan sandstone rising high above the desert. Well, there's grassland in front, but the desert behind. Numbers of people waiting by the gates. There's still people traveling southward still. People traveling to the desert, maybe going to Far Harbor. You see sort of predominantly towering spire raising high above the city. It appears to be of this white limestone rising high above the city. So, would the party like to make a diversion into Sunspear? You can join the line and go into the city, or you can continue south.
What's this big white wall?
A wall. Let's go. And we're going south.
But it's all white.
Because it's white.
So,
The spire is white. The walls are like brown.
Oh.
thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nate. Yes.
Colorblind.
Hey, so is Aki. Sunspear south.
I want to go into the town. What's in there?
No, the last time we went into the town, we ended up trying to break out of jail. Let's go south.
But we haven't seen the inside of this one yet. I gotta go 3 for 3.
No.
No, 3 for 3.
You guys never let me have any fun.
We'll see the inside of the town later. You can get arrested then.
All right.
Matthias is
Promise?
just face palming throughout this entire conversation, just muttering to himself like, "How easy would it be to dump them in the desert?" But she's got the bird. Ah, this would not be easy. Okay. These kinds of things.
I can fly over the wall.
No.
I grabbed the 8.
Ah!
Okay. So, despite 8's many protests and crying and sniffling a little bit,
You guys are antisocial.
leave the mighty walls of Sunspear behind and travel into the seemingly endless expanse of the great southern desert.
8 is now completely out of it, like dead to the world because fur and desert heat kills poor. small
So,
eight.
how are you guys preparing to deal with the harsh desert sun?
I'm already dying.
8 takes no precautions and is just sweating ball of floof.
Greg is wearing significantly less clothing.
Greg
Same.
is in a loincloth. Much
Not
to
quite that
everyone else.
much.
Just like, you know, like,
Everyone else is
a wrap
complete.
around the waist.
I slowly lean over and touch Greg. Suffer with me.
I love it.
Suffer.
I'm gonna
Wait.
cast the armor of Agathis.
Forcing them to share the pain they inflict upon you.
Oh, it doesn't even work. Lame. Can I like slowly try to reach for the sun?
I'm gonna play this smart and use the armor of Agathis.
You should say. Okay. Morthos decides to invent air conditioning and walks around just like, I don't know what the big deal is, guys. Yeah. Smugness greatly annoys everyone.
I'm now like
I
face.
was about to say I might share my flaw.
I'm like face
no
down
air
in
conditioning.
sand, just like holding, like clawing myself forward, but not making any movement at all.
Zach, don't you have the fucking Rite of the Frozen too, or did you choose something else?
I don't have it. No,
Rough, dude.
I have. Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay. Tam has taken off all his heavy plate and is just sort of walking around in, shirt and shorts. He's sweating, but he's doing all right. And he occasionally prods 8, you okay, buddy? Just in sort of his quiet Tam way.
I take out my brass trinket orb with the line of the crescent, with the whole moon thing and that. I hold it up and I'm like, God save me.
You do so. You feel a small jolt of magical energy run through the symbol into your body, and you feel for just a brief moment a wave of pleasure move through your body, like a ooh, like your tail floofs up, your ears stand on end, and you have the briefest motion thought of one to turn into a bear and bite the horses, just for an instant.
Whoa! I look at the orb and then I look at the trinket and then just kind of just keep staring at it, wondering what just happened.
I'm trying to figure out if you just had an orgasm or.
What was that? I want to bite things, but I don't want to bite the horses, but I do. But no, that would be bad. And if I'm bad, I won't be able to keep my stuff. And if I don't keep my stuff, wow. I just blew someone's mind.
I'm back.
I clicked the wrong thing.
So, how is Lothar dealing with this, Aki?
He is faking it till he makes it.
He's just sweating but keeping a cheery face?
Yes.
We wouldn't have this problem in Far Harbor.
Noise, everyone.
Where in the map are we?
Ryoga. Let's see. You guys, you're a little bit past Sunspear. You're there. Yeah, maybe more there where I just pinged.
All right. So, someone's gonna have to drag me because I'm dead on the ground because heat.
I throw you onto the cart.
It's so bumpy.
Too bad.
Okay.
I totally forgot to say something while we were traveling, but one of the days I just want to stop eating food and just walk off into the fucking field and eat grass.
Okay, you do that. It is very creepy to everyone. I imagine you just making eye contact with the horses.
Staring at him right in the face.
I'm gonna go over and copy him and go, blah, this is disgusting. How do you like this stuff?
No explanation to anyone. Nobody shall ever know why I eat grass.
Ryoga, how do you deal with the heat?
What do you mean deal with the heat? I love
It's
heat.
Oh yeah,
hot.
no, he loves the heat
Yeah, the hotter the better. He could be on fire
and still
just
feel
be
cold.
I'm still cold.
Mole Man.
Ryoga doesn't really understand the anger, the inner burning rage of Ryoga
I'm a priest.
keeps him going. Perfectly happy in an environment that is as hot as his hatred of the party.
Why does everyone... I tried to bond us together. Does anybody remember the talking stick?
I don't. I
with
mean, you beat me with it. I think that's what happens. That's what people tell me.
You travel for about 2 more very annoying days as 8 over dramatizes everything.
Thirsty.
Until the sound of running water and a very tired Matthias say, "Here, our contact should be meeting us soon, and this would be a good chance to
Take a drink at the bar.
Oh, god damn it! I'm trying to
Actually,
get.
isn't there something you guys have to identify still?
Is there?
Yes, there is.
Nate?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's got to do something important.
I will do that.
Okay. Yes. So, Greg, you have something. Well, hold on. Well, while wearing it, you can say the command word, which is
Weed.
up, and the helmet will jump 15 feet into the air.
Will it take me with it?
No, it will not.
Oh, okay.
What if he holds on to the hat? Or like adds like a chin strap?
You could add a chin strap, but that's a good way to break your neck.
But what if he jumps at the same time? So like he gets like a feathery jump, like Luigi.
No.
I got a question.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it go straight up or straight off of his head? Like, could he like lean forward and say it, and then have it like shoot forward, hit someone?
Or can I ride in
Theory.
the hat?
It's not that big of a hat, but to answer your question,
That fits,
yes,
that
you
fits.
could, in theory, someone.
You could what?
Theory, shoot the hat at someone.
Like headbutt them and say the command word, and then do like.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Let's take
Or
a
you could,
torpedo.
you could hold the hat and say the command word, and it would still go. Like, you don't need to be like physically wearing it as long as you're like in contact with it.
All right, good. 'Cause
So
I
someone
don't
could
want-
yell. So someone could yell it from across the room and have Nate's bag fly away.
It's only him, I thought.
No, you have to be touching it and say the command.
Oh.
So
Yes,
I can be,
it's
so I can
not
like
a tune. It
So
doesn't
eight,
require a
like
tune.
as a prank, goes up,
like
touches
leans
his-
on his head. It's like, hey, what's up? And then
So what do I put down in like my character sheet? What is it? Leather helmet of up.
Yeah, I mean, just remember that you, like, put whatever will remind you that you have it.
that's what I do. Like
or
the
write out the whole thing in extra.
that orb thing is brass trinket orb, line through it, crescent behind the line, and a moon at the end. That's what it is in my inventory.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Matthias says the sound of running water attracts Matthias, and
Yeah, our
He
contact
says-
meet us here tonight.
yeah,
You guys, I don't think I'm gonna make it. We're gonna have to Star Wars one of the horses.
I will start casting a tiny hut that is air conditioned.
And then
Matthias turns to you guys and says, hold on. We want to get by the water. Everyone will feel better. Come on, it's just a little north.
hold
And he
on.
begins-
What's Star Wars?
All right, hang on. So it's running water. So I would imagine it's like a river.
You better go catch it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
How deep is it?
We're
You
not at
don't-
the
you
water
don't-
yet. This is clearly
Yeah.
the introduction to a fight.
I don't know
So,
what you're talking about. I can see the water.
What are you talking about?
I can see everything.
oh yeah, hey, his map does have everything on it.
Why?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nate, can you really see everything?
No.
Alright, you guys are annoying.
Water.
Okay, fun. I have it. Let me reveal the map. Guys, feel free to be involved in movie characters. Cough, cough. Okay, so.
The darkness consumed me.
Oh, you can't just Morthos, get back.
I can't find my character. There he is.
I just use arrows to move me.
Okay, as you guys move forward up the hill, see, Matthias holds out a hand and comes to a stop as a few feet from the river, you see something laying on the ground.
Oh my god, it's Jar Jar Binks. I don't know what's with me in the Star Wars references today.
I thought you didn't like Star Wars.
I don't.
I touch it.
Oi! Doing?
It glitched out on.
Uh-huh.
I touch
Back
it while
up.
Still, actually, now I know about guns. Shit. What do we do, guys?
We don't know about guns yet.
But I know about guns. I just rolled for it and got a crit fail.
I'm in.
Do I know what this creature is?
It was 18. It was 18. I just did disadvantage by accident.
Sorry. I was too busy. I was distracted by Nate knowing everything about guns.
Wow, that's actually amazing.
Sorry, what, Lothar?
Do I know what this creature is?
Yeah, it's gonna be an investigation.
Mine was 18.
You, from your time spent living in the wild and whatnot, after you ran away from your urgent upbringing, you can smell it, and you've smelled these things before. This is a scaly, pointy thing, or as more, knowledgeable people would know, would be a kobold.
Is there a catacomb around here?
Let's go to the Fargo Deep Mine.
I prefer the Jasper load.
World of Warcraft.
Looking around, kind of like, see what killed it, that sort of thing.
I think he needs some water. Oh, he's dead.
Can I,
I'm gonna
check
play detective.
If it's dead for reals.
Hold on. It's an old cigar and
What?
chocolate.
Okay, make a medicine check, Lothar. Or not Lothar, Greg.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
I'll do a medicine check.
Greg, you as 8 leans into check, you put your hand, push her away, and say it's still alive, and with one fist drawback, punch into its skull and shatter it.
Oh my god! Is that how we do it? Did I learn it wrong? I don't understand. Why'd you do that? It's what?
It was still alive. It
I
could
thought
have
we
killed
were.
us all.
I thought we were trying to save it. Let me see if I can help it.
Lothar, you know that it was very, very dead.
It was already dead, Greg.
Oh.
The wrong thing by accident.
What is that? Is that how you spell
No, it wasn't.
Well, we'll never know, will we?
No, we will know because I just saw it.
What is this smelly, pointy thing doing here?
No idea. Does he have a candle on him?
I was gonna say, can I loot him and see what's on him?
I don't get your references.
Ugh.
Lothar,
Sorry.
before the completely destroyed face, you see that this kobold has taken some pretty serious burns, especially on its chest and lower half.
Looks like it was burned to death.
Huh? I want to do the best thing.
I point to the burns on its body.
I want to loot it.
Burn, baby, burn, burn, baby.
It's got a broken
Say it again,
spear
loot it.
and some
So give me the loot.
burned clothes.
Can we cook it?
Alright, how deep is the water?
7 feet.
Perception check.
I'm gonna go over to this cliff and
Okay.
see if I can see thingies with a Percepticon.
Can we eat it?
Okay.
Probably not.
Oh.
Make a history. Make a survival check. 8. Okay, so
You can eat it.
Okay, so in order, Morthos, you look out. It's it's not moving very fast. Doesn't look very deep. You see across it to the next stretch of land. Greg, the river, while it's it's pretty big for this area, look for a man your size more than chest deep, and it's not moving very fast.
I'm gonna jump in.
Like, it'll be kind of a problem to cross, but and you have to be careful, but it's not like you're not immediately gonna get swept away.
All right,
It's not like anyone
I'm
ever-
gonna jump in.
It's not like anyone.
Is
ever
this-
dies
are we
from
still in
going
a
through
desert?
water.
Yes.
This is an
Okay.
oasis.
Wait, hang on a minute. Which direction is it going? Is it going like this way from me, or is it?
It is flowing to the right.
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna just like hang on to the land and just like give myself a little bath.
Okay, Greg begins to cool himself off in the river. So that with proper spices,
Spice.
kobolds can be cooked tastily. Not safely for humans, but people eat kobolds. Not people, but things eat kobolds.
Am I a
People
thing?
like grapes.
What?
People like grapes.
People do like grapes.
on a t-shirt.
I'm glad you're quoting Gavin.
I'm going to create a tiny hut for us.
As you do so, Greg, make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Of looking around, as everyone's sort of investigating the area, seeing, right, you look across and see
I'm gonna take
About-
a nap in the hut.
half on the far bank. It's covered a bit by sand, and there's a bit of it's a bit far off, but you think you can make out a kobold.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go tell everybody about it. There's another one on the other side of the river. I think. Yeah, it's over there.
Let's
You
see what
think
it
there's
says.
another kobold on the other side of the river, or you think that's a river?
I think there's another kobold on the other side of what I believe is a river.
He doesn't
Okay.
like desert.
Okay. All right.
We should go
Thanks
make
for the
sure there's
explanation.
only one and
He
not
likes
100.
Dessert.
Matthias looks at Ryoga and nods. I agree. We should try and investigate this.
We should have ice cream.
All right. So
Once the hut is done, I throw 8 in the temperate room.
I'm napping.
Okay. 8 falls asleep.
I don't know what I want to do.
All right. So
Can I do a?
I'm gonna just walk across the river.
Can you just walk across water?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monk.
Monks are stupid. No new rule. No more monks. They make all my barriers.
No clerics, no monks.
Fighters only. You can only be fighters. Okay.
I'm gonna
No
instant
magic.
across the
Just
water.
fighters. Yes, you can.
I would just fly over with my bird. So
But you're sleeping.
I said I would. Go.
Okay. Now that as you guys look, you can see
Fine.
another body. Ryoga, Tam, and Lothar. How are you guys getting across?
I'm
Tam is
keeping
near.
watch on 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna
No, that's
wait
Zeta.
and not go across until we think we need to.
Okay. Tam, Tam, considering himself a pretty strong swimmer, is going to jump in and try and swim across. So, give Tam a athletics check.
Man, that kobold was really trying to figure out 50 feet.
I was just checking something.
What? See,
Okay,
people make
Tam got nat 20. So Tam, in a few quick, going to cross and join with Greg. Matthias is going to strip out of his vest and just get down to basically nothing and swim across as well. As well, and he's able to join. Is everyone else staying on the other side of the river?
Can the sound I need to make to be for instant transmission be?
Yes.
It is very important.
So,
My life is complete, guys.
cross with
Akito!
It's okay. He's not doing anything anyway.
Ryoga. Are you staying across?
Fox thing.
I'm staying here until basically one of them yells for help.
So, you
If I
got
have to, I won't.
what you guys have seen 2 dead kobolds. What do you guys do?
Investigate.
I'm gonna roll an investigaticon.
What are you doing?
Who? You cut out.
Greg.
Looking around farther, seeing if there's any more corpses around. Kobold or otherwise.
Okay. Investigation then?
Do I see something with my investigation?
Hold on. Greg, roll investigation. Okay. Everyone moves forward. You guys make out.
Oh, baby.
Damn.
I'm making.
I didn't know
up a
Morthos
cat.
was gay.
Just putting that out
He has a
there.
good wife.
No. Hold on, I accidentally left the game.
How do you accidentally leave the game?
Hey man, I do it all the time. Don't judge.
My trackpad, I can go back if I move my fingers a certain direction.
Oh, like back page?
Yeah.
I have that button on my mouse, and I press it so often without meaning to.
That button on my mouse is to move my mouse wheel left or right.
So as you guys move forward, you see of bodies.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
They're goblins, from what you can see, and more kobolds. Some have been crushed, some have been burned, some look like they've taken cereal. They all be dead, yo.
I would like to search for any survivors.
I'm gonna search for loot.
So find a few goblin,
I would crit on that, wouldn't I?
a little bit of the 25 gold between a lot of them, but it's a lot of not great stuff. Okay,
Alright.
great, thanks.
Who's that?
It's a lot of not great stuff.
Hey man, 25 gold is 25 gold.
Greg,
That's like
you find no survivors. They are all very, very dead.
That's at least 3 chicken nuggies.
As you guys are looking around, I would like everyone, Morthos and Greg, to make perception checks.
I missed the chicken nuggies, dude.
Okay.
+6.
Move among the
Fuck.
bodies. You turn and see, sort of near the area, is some kind of old stone temple on a little bit of a cliff near you guys.
Push it off.
There's a flurry of motion, and you see what appear to be 3 kobolds moving in toward a tall, slender woman, brown shawl, and flaming red hair. Roll for initiative.
How do I? Oh,
You want me to, Drew?
Please.
Who's that crazy person?
you're gonna sleep.
How
Shut
do
your
you
mouth.
know they?
You want to give me control?
I don't know how to do that.
I got it.
Give me control.
And you have a +7 to your initiative.
Me?
Yep.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ!
Why?
you guys aren't supposed to take any action.
Watch me crit it, like crit fail.
I would be upset.
I'd laugh.
You should have control.
Nope. That would also be because I'm using the ruler.
That could be as well.
Oh my god.
I knew that'd happen.
You have an 11 initiative.
Like, what you could do is give Eden a surprise round for the players.
How do I do that?
Mid-cast.
Say it's a surprise round. Basically, they wouldn't go, but she would.
Yes, okay, that's what we do. Eden has a surprise round.
Whoa, plot twist. Didn't see that one coming.
Thank you, Sarah.
It's epic, okay?
So-
Not first, though.
Hold on. So, Greg and those you turn and are very surprised to see 3 armored kobolds. These look bigger than the ones on the ground, but, you know, not substantially so.
Fuck your map.
It's not to scale.
Okay.
Yeah. They're clearly the same species, maybe some kind of leaders, but not, like, different. But one's got an axe, 2 have, like, rough spears and shields. The woman on the cliff is standing in the shade of the old-looking temple.
She kind of looks like the character from Transistor.
So one of
So
the...
basically, they're the kobold workers, and the other ones are the kobold vermins.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of the kobolds moves in, and then it is going to be the woman in Brown's turn.
Fail.
I'm really sick and tired of fighting you guys. Get out of here. That was a bad roll, holy shit. I know, I did a bad roll. I can't roll good when I want to.
Okay, so as... What?
No, that's the ability's name.
So as she says this, and she raises her hand, bright, golden circle of light sort of envelops the little plateau where she and the kobolds are fighting. The kobolds look up, turn their heads to the sky as the light intensifies, focuses, and 3 golden beams shoot down, striking each kobold. They each let out a high-pitched scream, turning to ash. Thank you, Seda. Their figures, immortalized on the ground, burned. Their silhouettes burned into the sand itself.
Those are some weak ass fucking bitch boys.
Let's see if they're alive.
They're very dead. Okay, so party that's across the river. You saw this woman turn 3 kobolds to ash. What do you do?
Clap slowly.
Hail, traveler!
I've got it. I roll for meh.
Matthias is going to move up to you guys and whisper, very sort of sharply, "Show some damn respect!" before turning to toward the woman.
Rolls better.
Oh my god.
Show respect, you losers! Get down on one knee!
I don't know how to respect. I don't have a roll for it. Fuck! Give me a sec.
Oh, Matthias, it's good to see you again.
As is good to see you, Ilya Sedai.
Sorry about the mess. You know how these things can be.
No, it is all very good. Now, were you successful? Did you find any of the vestiges?
Unfortunately, no. Seems the lead was rather stale and something else looted this temple far before I got here.
I said vestiges?
What?
Look at the chat.
What?
I said vestiges. Say I thought I said frozen peas.
Vegetables, I thought you said.
Vestiges.
There we go.
Matthias turns, shakes his head. That is a shame. Back to the hideout. Will you join us, Lady Aes Sedai?
Of course. Give me one moment. Do I have Featherfall? I don't think I do have that, do I?
I picture her just like, yes, just one moment. Then she like turns away. She's like, do I have Featherfall? I don't remember.
Technically, she would be looking into her spell book. I do not.
Damn it.
Long way.
If it's in a spell book, you don't really know it, do you?
Yeah, you do. You don't have to open your spell book and read the spell out loud, but
Yeah,
it's just
it's not that spell.
Okay, so he walks down. The woman walks down and joins you guys, or those of you that are across the river. Matthias drops to one knee, bowing, before turning, rising, and says to you guys, "Might I introduce Ilia Fulospa, Aes Sedai of the White Tower of the Brown Aja."
Greg takes a bow. Lovely to meet you.
I understood at least 3% of that. I'm pretty proud of it. Also.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Not that shit.
Bring it
Coco!
back, boys! No, I'm totally not. But it's there now.
quite a lively group you have here, Matthias.
They are, well, they are
That's a nice
unique.
way of putting it.
They're unique, to say, well, at the least. Well, the Iron Lord seems to think they killed an Inquisitor, and so we are taking them down. Others.
An Inquisitor, really?
That is what they claim, and Barnabas sent them to me, but I don't know it myself. They did break me and a friend of ours who is no longer... She has some items that you might be interested in, but she's no longer with us, but they broke us out of Fort Drakenhof in Train Real, which is, to their credit, not easily done.
Not easily done at all. Never underestimate them.
Set your expectations too high, Lady Aes Sedai. Now, shall we... We've made camp just across the river. You are more than welcome to join us, if you like.
Of course. I would love to know all of your names as well.
My name is Greg. Hi.
And pleasure to meet you, Greg.
Mother's Garen of... I don't remember what my region's name is. Fuck. Not Fainreal. Hang on. I don't remember it.
You're in the hold of Elendel, but you're just like a little bit of... You're a minor noble.
I'm still a noble. That's the main part.
Which is a good thing, but...
He likes to prance around and say that he's a noble, but he's really just a minor noble.
Still a noble.
A noble is a noble and should deserve the respect of the title. It is a pleasure to meet you, Morthos.
Tam
And this is Sam. He's pretty quiet.
gives a little, taps his hand to his temple, gives a little wave, and then bows.
Nice to meet you too, Tam.
Timoth, I have no idea. Heebie just picked the generated Roll20 name, so I can't pronounce his last name. But Tam.
Tamriel.
This is Timoth Azarian, right?
What? Grug?
Isn't... Grog didn't say anything. That was me.
Yeah, I know. I said Grog. I meant Morthos.
It's Azarian, isn't it his last name?
It's
Azarian, something like that?
No one
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Wait, Hebe's here. What?
What?
Heebie? No, Heebie's not here.
In the game,
In
though.
the,
He's there.
Then roll 20.
And roll 20.
Where?
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Or-
Heebie.
Or what happened Well, sometimes when you exit the game, it doesn't really exit.
Oh, Ildazaria. That's
No,
what it is.
Heeebii's here in spirit.
Oh, yeah, he's here in spirit.
Ildazaria, dude. Zarya.
He is Tam. Well, Lady Ilia, Matthias says, please accompany us to our camp. We have others that did not cross the river. I take it all these are your doing?
Yes, indeed. They simply do not learn. I tried to warn them and gave them the option to flee, but they are persistent.
And stupid, my lady. They look like goblins, goblins and kobolds. Hardly intelligent creatures, but we'll favor by wiping them out. Now, come. Let us return to our camp. And for the sake of brevity, I assume everyone returns to camp. We don't need to whatnot.
I'll recast the tiny hut so Billy can get in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to get in.
Ah, where'd the Killdeer go?
I'll be back in 11 minutes. Keep your head on.
That is
So-
quite a nice spell.
So, Illy, you return to the camp to find Lothar and a small fox girl. Although you clearly don't know their names.
Why, hello there.
Oh my god.
Damn! Aki being smooth.
And that is all the smoothness that is in my human form.
I'll fight you. One of those like instantly draws his sword, like back off.
No, he just fucking instantly, dude. No one has like been nice to him so far that I can remember.
Greetings, sir. I can't. I'm laughing too hard.
Lothar, how do you respond to the nice lady?
Aside your overlord god dragon with a gun. Cool.
He can't respond.
I assume you are Matthias's contact, and as such, be coming with us.
Yes, I am. I am Ilia Florspar.
And I am Lothar Wallace Kunibert Fernandez Walker II.
Quite a title you have there.
Don't bite your tongue
The
saying
funniest
it.
part is about that name.
What?
What?
Not once, but twice, people decided it was good enough to name their child that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No wonder he has such an attitude problem. He's probably bullied in school.
I flick it out the nose.
Ow! At least you went to school.
At least I had parents.
I had
Damn.
dogs.
Now, what I know of the because Lothar's a noble too, isn't he?
No,
No.
I
What I
just
know,
act like it.
what I know of Morthos' nobility. What
Give me a
check
history
that
check? Yeah, give me a history check with advantage. Because
This is gonna be beautiful. Hopefully.
she's Illy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
She knows all. Now you know what I have to deal with as his little sister, right? Know it all.
What?
And now you know what I have to deal with a little sister who's a know-it-all.
Okay, so you know that what's Morthos' last name? That the Garens, the world map again. That the Garens, being far from, we're far from the High Lords of the Aeturn Empire. In fact, they were pretty far from the Medium Lords of the Aeturn Empires. But as far as small,
I'm far away.
as far as the minor nobility go, the Garens, they own a small in what is now under the control of Elendel. It's a small they lord over a small series of about 3 fishing villages. But and Lothar, how did your family treat the people?
You mean worthless?
Sorry.
You mean Grog?
My dad was kind of an asshole, but I'm a lot better.
Okay. So you know that what was your dad's name?
Dave.
Oh, hang on. I gotta figure that out.
Ted.
Character.
Sheen.
That's Sheen, Garen.
Eugene Palpatine.
Clarence.
Hey, just come up with a name. What was your dad's name?
Eugene. Eugene.
Not Eugene.
Lothar Wallace Cooper.
Mark, all caps.
Mark. Perfect.
All
All
capitals.
caps.
So it's Mark!
Yeah.
Okay, you had heard that Mark Garen was not beloved by his people, but he had a son before the collapse that was, Garen was not known to be much of a great leader, but his son was, kind of a screw up, but a little bit better.
All
So
right.
that's what you know of the Garens.
The only reason why I'm not as popular as my dad was, because my dad was a complete asshole, but he was really good at politics. I'm really nice, but I'm not good at politics. I think
You just have to
that
have a
down
silver
somewhere. I might
tongue.
not be able to-
Morthos just babbles to Ilya. Okay. Ilya, do you go and talk with 8 and Ryoga
Yes.
Wait, where did I-
first?
I'm gonna go to 8 first. And who might this little sleeping fox, I presume, be?
She's a pet.
I'm not a pet. Who are you?
Ilya is my name.
Ilya. Huh. Familiar.
And your
Oh, yeah.
name?
I'm 8.
Yes, but what's your name?
I'm saying the same thing.
That's my name. My name is 8. 8-bit.
8-bit. That's a
The E's
peculiar
silent.
name, but quite adorable nonetheless.
You're fancy.
I feel like her name is actually 8-Byte, but she didn't go to school, so she doesn't know how to pronounce.
He doesn't know. I'm
Don't
gonna
know how
bit
to
you.
spell
Uh-oh. I almost did a
You're
back
nicer than the last lady we had here.
Is that so?
Yeah. When I first met her, she tried pulling my arms off.
Oh dear.
I forgot about that.
Alright, that's a long story.
Just because I try to get some food, you think, oh, let's have some chicken wings, and you want to pull my arms off.
I was thinking more like fox legs.
You don't eat foxes, you eat chickens.
Well, I'll be sure not to try to pull your arms off. I don't really care for violence.
Do you have a pumpkin?
No, but I can create one for a short time.
Oh, only for a short time? That's not enough.
I'm sorry, little one.
I turn around and curl back up.
Okay. And Ryoga.
That was some strong magic.
Take.
Yes, thank you. It's called Dawn. It is one of my better spells.
Glad you're on our side.
I suppose you would be.
Okay,
Matthias at this point comes in and says, "We'll depart for camp in the morning after we let the Lady Aes Sedai rest.
I don't want to leave.
Quit being a punk.
Or just a day, less than a day.
Why don't we travel at night when it's cool?
It is cold.
So we have warm clothing, but we don't have less clothing.
Hard to see.
I mean,
We can
travel
use
naked.
fire.
We can create fire. We can create light. It's being cold and dark.
And what are we gonna run into? Sand?
The desert has
The
many
night-
dangers, 8.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
The sun is terrifying.
So that means we should be awake and ready to fight it.
Exactly. If the night's scary, then we can fight. But if it's the daytime...
Nothing can get in here. We are safe here.
I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning.
If the
It's already comfortable in the dome.
if the night...
Okay.
If the night... Or during the daytime, we got Tam with no armor, Monk Man in a loincloth, and I'm totally useless.
Well, let's get real here. What do I normally wear?
I don't know.
It's a loincloth
loincloths.
with a...
Suspenders.
Yeah, it's a loincloth with suspenders, really.
Little one, I do hope you know, it reaches far below freezing during the night in the desert.
Far below freezing is better than far higher than boiling.
That was really stupid.
It's 8!
But I also agree.
The best part about playing 8 is that I literally just let stuff spill from my mouth.
And as long as you do that little thing you do with the voice, it makes sense and is in character.
Ilya simply chuckles and smiles, saying, "You remind me of someone."
We established this is not dimension hopping Ilya. God damn it.
Why not?
But you said it's a different dimension where she could still have a sister like 8.
8?
Or Seda. She could still have a Seda and a Rainy and a Dawn and an Aki.
And as far
She could
as
still
you
have
know-
all that, but they could be dead.
As far as you know, this could be the Mr. training she went through all those years ago.
Oh my god.
Hey! Didn't I come up with that idea?
No!
No, that was me.
I think all of us did that one.
Aggie independently sent me, like, that stuff that this is Mr. Training. I wanted to establish Ilya as an Aes Sedai, and I sent Eden all the stuff about Aes Sedai, and she picked an Aja and all that
Usually like 5.
series.
Why?
Right.
It's so nice out that there's actually water.
Is Seda Mom?
in the gutters. So I
Don't forget you're driving us.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be
Sorry. What?
That's good?
Yeah. Wait,
Mom
no,
was there?
of course I'm not good. I'm arguing with something.
Was Seda Mom there?
Yeah.
Her mom. Okay.
It makes sense to go at night, people. Like, I may be 8, but I'm also very annoyed by the sun.
Yes,
Stick
but you're
close to me,
less
it'll be cold all
annoying
day.
when you're annoyed.
You guys, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally. Like,
I'm going to cast this to try to calm her down and to distract her from arguing.
does anyone else see those lights? Starts attacking him like a cat does a laser.
Right. We should get some sleep because it was a long day getting here.
But we're being attacked.
We can. We're not going to get attacked.
No, we're being attacked. We're under attack. Don't you see the lights?
That is a spell from me, little one.
You're attacking us?
No, I'm creating the lights. They are harmless.
Ah, even more proof. We don't need light from the sun if you got lights.
I wish I had sleep.
Oh, it had it rolled twice. Oops.
All right.
Miss Ilya, psst, come here. Psst.
Yes, little one.
Let's go to Far Harbor.
Matthias comes over. 8, stop bothering the Aes Sedai.
It would not be a good idea for me to go to Far Harbor.
What's a nice to die?
It is.
Good fucking question.
Oh my gosh, let me pull up a freaking long.
They are.
thing.
They are a group of mages. That is
You're
the
an
best.
entire group of mages?
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Eden has the info. Eden can explain, and have Ilya explain.
Quick question.
Yes.
What the fuck are these?
Those are rocks.
Bushes.
Rock.
Yeah.
Alright.
With moss, not grass.
Alright. Just had to check.
I pocketed some grass when we were eating it earlier. You want some?
Yes.
Fucking grass.
Here you go.
I'm
I like pet Greg on the head like I'm feeding a cow.
calmly eating grass with Eight's hand.
Wait, are you talking calmly like Dumbledore from Harry Potter? Or calmly from...
No, like legit calm.
Put your name in the goblet of fire.
He said calmly.
He said calmly.
Are you ready to learn some shit?
What day is it?
Go ahead, Ian.
So, 8. The Aes Sedai are basically what's left of the Sisters of the White Tower.
What's that?
The Sisters of the White Tower were a bunch of evil witches from a long time ago.
We're not evil, per se. There are some of us that do practice dark magic and do tend to lean towards a more aggressive evil side of the Black Aja. But... Aja, sorry. Stumbled. But I am of the Brown Aja, and I've dedicated myself to researching and basically knowing how everything works. We used to be advisors to kings, researchers of the arts, and we also often go out and hunt artifacts that can be preserved and used in our advantage.
You're not gonna,
Go ahead.
you're not gonna take my feather, are you?
No, that is yours, and I will not steal.
What's cards?
Oh, I'm not talking... I forgot about the cards. Like, 8 has the cards, so it's like, oh, okay, I got them now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ilya totally would want those cards.
I don't
She
even
may
have,
not steal them, but she would be interested in them.
I don't
Oh,
even
she
have
really
an
would.
inventory.
Got the cards.
Alright.
So,
That's
8.
basically what we are.
Wanna play 52 pickup?
What the I said I are?
Nobody heard that?
I did. I'm like,
We did, but we've learned to ignore 8.
So,
also,
eight,
you only have 13.
I'm gonna play 13 pickup. I can tell your fortune for $1.
So yes, that is what the Aes Sedai are. So if you hear characters mention Aes Sedai, they mean the Sisters of the White Tower.
Aes Sedai
Actually-
sounds like someone's counting in German.
They're highly respected. They're
Very powerful.
very.
So do you guys go to sleep? Any more protests? 8?
Yes.
Any more for me to protest? Oh, I got a book full of this stuff. Boom!
Go ahead.
Book drops down, opens it up. It's like a storybook. I'm pretending it's a list of things that I have against going to sleep, walking through the desert. My feet will hurt because sand is hot and I don't have any shoes. I lost them 5 miles back in the sand.
Like 8 is just telling Ilya all her grievances and things that have annoyed her.
And Illy would sit and listen.
I was turned into a dinosaur, a big one, without even asking. Like, the consent I get with these people are terrible.
I asked you.
I was told to say yes. It's like signing a contract from Apple. You just do it.
A contract apple?
Like, the terms and conditions.
How would 8 know that?
She's crazy. She sees things from the future and nobody knows.
Okay, what other grievances?
Because she was already drawing.
I can't even draw in this sand because the sand falls so fast and we have to keep walking, so I can't do that. So even walking in the night where I can't still draw, at least no one can see me not drawing.
That is a horrible thing.
The horses will probably love traveling in the night because it's really hot, and they have metal shoes. Do you know what metal does with the sun? It's
And
super
warms
hot.
up. Though horses are unable to feel heat through their hooves.
Speaking of horses, the poor things were left away from the water by the cart. We should have let them drink.
They got to drink.
This is animal abuse.
As the horses are literally drinking, Aid is saying.
I like hold my hands up in front of the door, trying to hide it. Ryoga, do me a favor and stand to the right.
Ryoga takes a step to the left.
Tam can't. Tam can't use his poor armor because the metal is boiling.
I see,
Should've
I
done
see.
Fall Harbor.
We wouldn't have this problem if we didn't go through the desert, but we had to go through the desert to meet someone. Do you know who we're here to meet? I don't. I bet they're super mean. You're nice, though.
I believe I am the person you're supposed to meet.
Why are you in the desert?
Well, those ruins over there. Those ruins over there had potential for having a very powerful artifact that I'd be quite interested in researching and getting out of the hands of those who wish to use it for evil.
Was it there?
Unfortunately, no. Someone had
Never
looted the
had to
place
come here in
already.
the first place. This is the horrible day.
Okay, and with that, 8, you can go to sleep if you want, but I think the rest of the
Greg
party is
not
going to sleep.
sleeping, so he casts silence.
As 8 is just loudly complaining about everything.
I can't even do my mutual curse of the suffering right now because I believe I have to speak it.
Okay, so 8 continues to talk even though no sound is coming out.
I'm like doing elaborate gestures and like making faces. I even use
Yeah.
my hat to like transform into a couple people to like act stuff out.
Okay, so eventually, does everyone go to sleep?
Yes.
Nope,
Yeah.
Do you not, Stata?
I have to.
Yep.
Okay.
Eight's a child; she can't stay awake.
So
She eventually
everyone
tires
goes to
herself
sleep.
out.
Yeah, and she curls up, like, complaining into her tail. Okay, so, everyone goes to sleep, and enough, another day dawns, and it is a hot one.
Yeah.
Now traveling with the brown Aja in tow, the party moves southward still.
I got a question. The hut thing that he made, that Aki made,
Yes.
can he cast that on the caravan and
No.
have it come with us?
Why not?
It's a mobile.
Oh, but the
But
card
if you
is
cast
what's
it on
moving.
the caravan that is mobile.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
That's how darkness works.
Yes,
Light,
but
yeah.
this isn't darkness or light.
I think you're just making magic point to your needs and tailoring it to what you think is useful.
Is 8 saying this, or is Seda?
Both. I can't really tell anymore.
I facepalm and get on the cart.
No, don't let me leave this nice warm. Warm? Why is it warm? I run to the car.
By the way, after 8 hours, it pops.
Okay, so the group continues on for a day. It's a scorcher. Traveling along, and
I'm gonna cool
Matthias-
everyone's water skins.
You're doing
'Cause I
what?
can do that. I can cool. So the water
Yep.
skins, I'm gonna cool the water inside of them.
I'm gonna activate the air conditioning.
you activate air conditioning.
I'm gonna cling to Morthos' leg.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Why?
Oh, never mind. It's a hit you with a melee attack. I thought it was if they got near you.
Oh.
8 is just like screaming in pain, but like also relieved.
so nice.
By the way,
It
Yeah.
hurts so good!
someone would like that.
Oh god damn it!
What?
I have that on Ilya. That's what she's wearing.
Mithroplus. Oh my god! Why is the soy sauce here?
Wait,
What?
what?
I just pulled soy sauce from like under my couch.
What?
There's a bed.
No, say it. Shut up. Shut up. No distraction. Okay. So, as you guys
I'll be right
continue.
back. I gotta take the fucking soy sauce upstairs. Otherwise, it's just gonna be down here for another couple weeks.
Spice.
Okay. So, as you guys continue along, 8
Ellie
is
want spice?
thoroughly. Do you show her your spice?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot. Did you have any suit?
What?
Not if you used all your spice.
No, only used a little bit.
I'm savoring it.
Do you show Illy your spice?
Yeah. Look! I got this when we were in another town looking for something. I can't really remember what it was. But some kid was like spice, and I said spice, so I got spice!
Is that what I think it is?
It is spice!
You know that or Illy, just by the the brown sort of almost cinnamon sort of texture to it, you know that is what the locals in call sud, and it is a 1 second more of this. It is a very, very powerful relaxing drug.
I put this up with my food once, and it was awesome, but then I felt really weird, and then I fell asleep. And then we woke up and we were getting chased, and then we found all these cool items, and then I made a wall explode, but my pumpkin died.
She's gonna look to Matthias and just raise a brow and say, children have this at will in this group?
Matthias just sort of gives the the Neil deGrasse Tyson, we got a badass over here look. He does that and says, Lady Aes Sedai, and he's sweating a little bit from the heat, and also because he doesn't want Aes Sedai mad at him. Lady Ilia, I do not take her possessions. You have not seen what she is capable of. It would not end well, and it keeps her relatively quiet. I do not take things from her. I did not give her that whatever it is.
You're allowing an innocent child, naive of what it is, to drug herself.
I'm sorry, did you just call her innocent?
What's a drug?
We all just figured
You should ask Lothar. He is her ward. She is his ward.
Quotes. Big. I'm behind Matthias doing the air quotes.
Loosely, my ward.
Elia's going to notice this,
What's
but
a ward?
look at Matthias and just say, I'm very disappointed in you.
I deeply apologize, Lady Aes Sedai.
I can't believe you would allow a child to have spice.
I don't take the pepper.
Very different, Eight. Very different.
But we have a bag of spice. We're carrying a bunch of spice with us right now.
What you have in that little bag is a drug. It is a bad thing.
But
It's actually illegal.
illegal?
Yes.
That's
Do not
arrested!
I need to give this to other people.
She's gonna glance to Lothar like,
What have
really?
you taught her?
Your ward. You allow your ward to do this? She's just giving him the look.
I was not there when it was given to her.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't beyond him.
You were what?
What?
I was not right. I was with you, but
Oh,
I
right.
was past the child when it was given to her.
Yet you know she has it now.
Hey.
What? I like seal up my bag and hug it towards me. Why do you guys always take my stuff?
Because you're a kid.
So? Brogna-
Why do I take your things? Because
Greg's
I
a
can.
monk.
It's for your own good. Please give me the spice.
Well, she can keep it if she wants, just not use it and definitely not show it to anyone.
What?
Oh, poor 8.
I don't. It's spice. Spice is. It's bad. But we did.
Aw.
You can keep it. Just don't show it to anybody.
Spice.
Head pat.
I'll add this to my collection of things I shouldn't have.
Pat, pat.
Okay, so as the
I
day
can do that
continues on,
too.
Everything in my backpack, it's like the cards are in there, the spice is in there. Eventually, at the end of the journey, I'm gonna have a big backpack full of stuff I shouldn't own.
yeah, like dragon eggs and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, so the party continues on for several more hours before in the landscape is just a flat, barren.
You mage hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has
Know
his
that?
necklace. You know the shriveled magic hand on the necklace?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess yeah. I did
Cast mage hand at will.
The way you described it did not sound like mage hand's effect. I don't know why.
I believe he said you can cast Mage Hand with this hand.
I described the effect, I described the item.
That
It
is-
sounds a lot more evil than mage hand, but it's just mage hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Going through the desert, the landscape is seemingly a flat, just expanse of sand. Before Matthias, whoas the horse, and they come to a stop. And he turns and says, "We're almost here, Lady Ilia Sedai." And then, out of nowhere, you guys notice half a mile off is a giant cliff face of red hardened stone, like rising high into the air, like many, many times person.
No, we're in
Like, this is
Australia.
a cliff face. It's sort of like Uluru or whatever, however you pronounce it.
Am I hallucinating from the heat, or does anybody else see that?
Both. thought
It is there.
I thought I saw a soda machine back there. I don't even know what a soda machine is. It's completely out of it.
Lothar?
I'll let Ellie take the lead for now. It's fun.
Hate you.
Okay.
I'm assuming this was not supposed to be there.
My fingers smell like cheese.
From Matthias's reaction, he's just sort of now just trying them toward this like red cliff face. This seems pretty or not, if not normal, what he expected.
So he expected it?
Yes.
Are we going towards that?
Yes.
Okay.
And is there anything dangerous there?
Wait, then why'd you say my name if you suspected it?
We are almost here, Ilia Sedai, and then it appeared.
Sorry, zoned out.
Yeah. He turns to 8 and says, "Dangerous, incredibly. Dangerous to you?" He shrugs, "Probably not at the moment."
So I can just fly over there.
Don't fly.
I do not suggest that.
I would not recommend it unless you fancy an Aiel spear for breakfast.
I don't like harpoons.
I can't.
Fucking Seda. Okay.
We will be there soon. Do not worry.
Okay. Oh, I got something else. I hold up the brass trinket orb. Is this bad too?
What does that do again? Well, let me see. Do I know what it is? What do I...
Make a
Drew, what check?
History check, not advantage. Well, you're brown. I feel like you should just get advantage on history checks because you're brown Aja, but
I can do that too.
Oh my god.
Illy, as 8, despite the heat, which your Aes Sedai training makes you more or less immune to, but you know, you still feel it, you still feel warm, but you're not like sweating. So as 8 holds up this little brass trinket, your face, which was like kind of flushed from the heat, just goes pale, because you know that is the sigil, Dark Prince, the Lord of Pleasure, the titles, but you know that is the sigil of one of the 4 major cults that have been working sort of independently for and at times against the Iron Government. That is the cult of that sigil is devoted to the Dark Prince, who is also known by a different name. That name is Slanesh.
Now, are those kind of the Aes Sedai's enemy, neutral?
There's sort of 3 main factions, as far as you would know. I mean, the overviews of 3 main factions. There's the Iron Government, which includes like the Inquisitors and Telos, and the 4 Fangs in Elendel, Fainriel, Sunspear, and Far Harbor. There are the cults, which each of them is operating in, and among those there are like there's the White Cloaks among the Iron Government and the Inquisitors and whatnot. There are the 4 cults, which has one hold they mainly operate in. Some of them are more discreet than others. Some of them just like steal and murder and rape villagers and whatnot. So they're not really good people. Sort of with the Iron Government, some of them are actively opposed because they just want anarchy, but they're not good people. And then there is the Resistance, which is what
I'm part of.
Illy, you are a member of, so is Matthias, and it's what you guys... God damn it, I just threw my chapstick. You guys are going to meet. So, that's probably not a good...
Not a good thing.
thing. Yeah. You know that the Cult of Pleasure, that Slanesh's cult is known for abducting, at times, whole villages and forcing them into demonic orgies of blood and violence that usually ends with everyone dead.
They cut their heads off.
That sounds pretty neat.
Blood orgies. I don't want to
Yeah,
go
sure.
back to the Christmas critters.
Matthias, have you seen her little trinket?
Matthias glances over and sees 8 holding it up toward like the giant wall, and he also and he pales a little bit and says, "Lady Aes Sedai, no, she had that, but she cannot be allowed to bring that here. Who knows what it could be?"
Especially if it was discovered on her.
Exactly.
Not only would she be in trouble, but my reputation would also be questioned.
Of course, we would not want that to happen, Ilya Sedai. Get rid of it?
It would be best.
Very well. Of course, Lady Aes Sedai. Matthias gives a bow, and, hold on. We're not in the bar, hold on.
Darn it.
Someone wants
Well, I've been here in a while.
No. You guys are about here.
That's
Oh.
it?
Yeah.
I thought we would be like here.
No. There ain't nothing there.
There ain't nothing there either.
Sure there is. Just nothing you can immediately see.
How do you know? It's
So,
a desert.
There's a giant cliff in front of us.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a red wall.
Well, look
So
at that.
Matthias goes over and crouches next to Aid and says, "Little one, can I see that little trinket you have?"
Everybody gets one. And I hand him the trinket.
He examines it. Very well. You got this when we were in Fainriel, correct?
Honestly, I don't remember at all. I
Well,
picked it up somewhere.
what if? What? Say, do you actually not remember where you got
I
it?
honestly
or-
don't remember.
Okay, you remember, yeah, you guys were in Fein Real, you were looking for the feathered serpent, and that homeless guy tried to stab Aki,
Oh yeah.
and you guys killed him?
We kill. Are you sure we killed him?
You fucking cut his head off.
I don't remember that. I plead the fifth.
Who took that from him?
All right. I got it from a homeless guy. He's not around anymore.
Yes. Now, would you mind if I brought this over to Lady Ilya so she could dispose of it? I can pay you for it, or I can give you another trinket in return.
I want another trinket. This one made me feel funny.
He glances down, like, at this trinket, at this little symbol, before reaching into his pocket, and he pulls out a little bit of leather with the bell at the end of it.
What?
Oh,
What?
God.
A little bit of leather with a bell on the end of it.
Wait, I think I know that one.
Is
All
it,
right.
you are just gonna make it even more annoying with that thing.
Yes. Yes.
I got
But,
a bell.
Ian, what did you mean?
Hmm?
You said you thought you knew that.
I thought I knew what it was, but now I don't know what it is.
No, it's just like a little cat toy. That's basically what it is.
I thought there was this thing, but it's not in D&D. It's in a different game.
No, it's just a little bell toy. Okay, hey, do you exchange?
Yes.
Okay. He smiles, gives Ada a pat on the head, and hurries over back to Illy and presents it and says, "She mentioned it made her feel things."
I take the trinket in my hand and let's see, can I see if it's magical? Arcana check? Or investigation?
Arcana. Okay. Because of your history.
Look at that roll.
2?
Why am I not buffed up like that? This is so not fair.
Because you don't have anything with expertise.
Okay, so you, you can sense that there's some magic on it. Like, it's not an enchanted item, but its very presence has been exposed to enough magic that it tingles with it. Like, there's some presence of magic on it. It's not like enchanted, but there's definitely, a water skin.
How to destroy this?
Mr.
He looks over at 8.
Is this special or anything, or can I break it?
Another one if you break it, but you can.
I want the bell for a necklace.
Go ahead. It's just a bit of leather.
Okay.
Now has a collar. Okay.
Oh, God. It
Ding,
will
ding,
never sneaky again.
So, Illy,
Translate bell, jingling, it's just like swinging it around right now. The
Illy,
British is coming. The British is coming.
this is just a bit of tin, so like it could be melted pretty easily.
So I can just break it with my fingers or something?
You could snap it in half. Yeah, well,
Actually,
like an eyes to die is not like you're not bench pressing shit, so you probably couldn't snap it. Someone
Just melt it.
probably could, but
Just melt it.
you could use fire to melt it. Yeah.
I'm like searching through the flames, like which one? Can I just use this one?
I mean,
That's flame-like radiant. That's more like holy power.
Well, it is. This is kind of a demon thing, so.
Yeah, that's why I was like, holy-ish?
are we talking about
So-
the trinket or my bell?
No, the trinket.
Good. 'Cause I was like, are you guys gonna melt my bell?
Okay, so Illy, you hold it in your hand, focus
Thank
for
you
a
for fixing
second.
it.
What?
Aki's fixing something in it.
Hold it in your hand, focus for a second, and a little bit of golden energy crackles around your fingers. And as you just turn your hand to the side, the trinket to the ground, pooling in a small, warm puddle of tin.
Now that that's done with, we can proceed, unless anyone else has trinkets like that.
Oh man, what do I have on me? I start patting my pockets. Cookies, rock candy, my feather. I'm not gonna show those. The cards.
Okay, the group proceeds, or unless you guys gonna go in?
I have nothing.
Then if there's nothing else. Wow. I have nothing shows the deck of cards.
No, like holding the cards, like not looking through, but like looking at them. It's like, I got nothing.
Let's just go.
Okay, so as you guys proceed toward the red wall of stone, walk, it's about a half mile. You get about halfway there before there is... everyone make perception checks.
Alright.
Woo!
I just fucking full screen.
Fuck!
Perception?
Hey, who changed my shit back?
Come on, I just rolled bad. You can't do twice in a row. Who got a 24? Get out.
I have a +6 to it.
Aki, thank you. Okay, so the only one...
I still haven't
As you guys
rolled.
proceed... Sorry! Okay. So, as you guys proceed,
on.
the only one that you guys are looking around, you're mainly just taking the sheer size of this, like, cliff face that just appeared ahead of you. It's massive and seems to stretch
It's a big rock!
in both directions. Thank you, 8.
I want
As
it
you
in
do
my
so-
pocket.
As you guys are looking around, Morthos, you turn, you see a flash of tan, a flash of gray, a flash of red.
I thought you said a flash of Tam.
Flash of Tam. Tam just flashes Morthos really quickly.
Just, woo!
To his normal, like, demure self. A flash of yellow. Morthos, you raise a hand like, and then suddenly, all around you are 8 figures. They are dressed in the color of the desert. They have black veils covering their face up to their eyes. They're all very tall. There's 5 men, 3 women. It's like fair hair. Like some have bright red hair, some are blonde, a few are light brown, and they are all pointing spears at you guys.
I lean over and whisper to Tam, we wouldn't have had this problem at night.
Matthias, for what it's worth, Matthias does not seem surprised.
There's some scary stuff around us now.
Thank you. I assume they're standing there.
Yeah, they are literally like could reach you with the spears, as Morthos says this.
Yo, guys, I think I see something.
Brilliant.
As like she's looking into the face of like one of the guys.
Just like with a straight, like monotone face, like, guys, I think I see something. Can't quite tell. Might be a shadow.
I
Lean
assume-
over to Lothar and
Yeah,
ask
go
him if
ahead.
he knows who these guys are.
I'm assuming these are the. I assume these are our welcoming committee.
And Matthias doesn't answer. He turns and sorry. Did Morthos? Did you say something?
Yeah, I leaned over to Lothar and asked if he knew who these guys were.
Okay.
And I answered, welcoming committee.
Are you my dad?
Matthias ignores you guys. He turns to what appears to be the leader. He's a big man, scar, a visible scar like above the veil, running from like just his hairline down past his eye. He has bright red hair, and he says, "We bring water and shade, Bane." And there comes a muffled answer in the deep voice of this man. He says, "We offer." Thank you, Seda. Says,
I speak
"We
muffled.
offer
Hold
you."
on. Sorry.
We offer water and shade, Matthias. He turns and his like deep green eyes settle on Ilya. "We offer you water and shade, Aes Sedai." He lowers the spear, and just as soon as they appeared, the 8 are gone.
Oh, God forbid, 8's gone. Eight's just gone with them. We took too long. I sunk in the sand.
She's just like holding onto one of the horse's legs.
Help!
They were gigantic! There was like at least 6 of me! Maybe, dare I say it, 8 of me!
Horse stamps 8 in the face.
Oh!
Get out.
100 points of damage.
My leg!
Rocks fall on 8. Out in the middle of the desert, rocks fall on 8.
Come back and stab 8 to death and just go on about their way.
Wow.
Nobody even attempts to ask why.
Stop. Yeah.
I guess I bit the dust.
Yes.
Told myself.
To the rest of you and says, "Well, first time seeing the Aiel?"
Excuse you?
Those men and women, they were the Aiel. They're the guardians of the desert.
And where were they when we needed help?
When did we need help?
Yeah, wow, it's actually been like 3 weeks and we haven't fought anything. Huh. Your personal best, guys.
He just shakes his head.
Had another scratch on the side of the cart.
What?
Shakes
What?
his head, and the cart begins to roll forward. Soon you reach the base of this wall, and Matthias comes right up to the edge and says, "Lady Ilya, if you please." Illy, you know that a certain combination of magical energy is required to open the entrance to whatever this stone is.
To Narnia.
Alright. Ilya's simply going to nod her head and walk up to the stone and begin creating the energy to open the wonderful gate thingy.
Okay, so it takes maybe about a minute as Ilya makes the weaves necessary to open the stone.
Alright, then about 13, 14 seconds in, it's like, what are we doing? Why are we standing here?
Matthias
I look over at Illy, looking at her hand wave around, like move my hand up and down, like.
Matthias glares at 8, but doesn't say anything because you don't want to distract Illy. Okay. After the 30 seconds or so, there's a loud, audible click, and a entranceway appears in the side of the rock. It's a gate wide enough for the you're not in the bar for the
Stop taking us there.
You have too many maps.
We're on the road.
Oh, we're back here again. Great.
Shit, wrong map. Hold on.
You know you can delete maps.
I'm gonna go
I don't
back
need
and
your-
swim. Whee!
I don't need your smarmy talk.
Is that Shadow?
Shut up. Hold on. You're not there yet. You guys appear in the entranceway into the rock, and what appears, you guys look around, there, throughout this whole thing, is honeycombed with tunnels. And as you can see and hear, there are many, many thousands of people moving throughout stone.
I'm
You
not
guys
going
are
in
now
there.
in the entrance way of one of the tunnels.
I'm not going in there.
It's perfectly safe, 8.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
My friend Jeremy got crushed by a rock when he went into a cave once.
There are no fallen rocks here.
We went 2 different ways there.
Damn, Morthos.
What did Justice say?
You have no friends.
That's because they all die. First Jeremy, then my pumpkin.
Okay. So is everyone going in? 8, are you gonna follow the group in?
Yeah, but I'm gonna like hide behind Lothar Cramwell.
By the way,
Look,
I
I
want to
grandma.
get rid of the bear lady.
Oh, look, it's right.
Oh, sorry.
Where? Where?
Long time no see. It's in like 3 weeks.
Where? Is that her? Oh,
That's gone.
whenever I see Illy's characters, I always need to see red. So gold was not it. Like now, I'm like, bam, that's Illy.
Okay, so as Gaius turns to Illy and says, he has asked to speak with them. I will be taking them to him. I assume you will want to go and deliver the report? Deliver
Yes.
your report?
Yes, that'd be quite. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of words. I can't be fancy. God damn it! Not saying that in character. Yes,
It's
please.
just like, God damn it. Of course, Lady Aes Sedai. Okay, so as you guys begin to move through the tunnels, feel free to move your characters. Wide collection of people in the tunnels. There are blacksmiths. There are... My screen is too... I can't... God damn it. Hold on. I need to reload roll 20. But there are blacksmiths. There are lots of Aiel in full armor and equipment. But there are lots of other peoples from the northern plains, like armored knights. There are a few women who bear the ageless face of the Aes Sedai. There are animals, including, as you guys quickly see near the entrance, just hanging out. One is large and black. The other is small and tan and is sitting on the black one.
Is that Van and
Yeah.
Shadow?
That is Van and Shadow.
I found it sexist how you didn't have Cleo.
Pet the puppy.
Who's this dude?
The puppies nuzzle you. Who, Justice?
This dude.
Bottom right.
It's a blacksmith.
Oh.
Who's this guy?
Is that the same blacksmith that we paid?
Look,
Yeah.
there are only so many models for free.
Praise the
Yes.
blacksmith!
Praise the blacksmith!
Well, if you can make Shadow and Van, I'm pretty sure if you put a little more effort into it.
Okay, Seda. Okay, Seda DM now. Okay, guys, show up. Campaign's over. Now on.
I just gotta point out that blacksmiths usually wear pretty much the same clothing and use basically the same tools. So all we know about that blacksmith is he's got the same hair color.
That's a
Blacksmith in
laborer.
this land of
Praise the
ginger.
blacksmith.
Who's this guy?
He's a laborer.
Oh. Hey, mister, I have a question.
Looks up. Yeah, yes.
Where do you keep the dirt?
God be praised.
The dirt.
Wait, what?
I need dirt.
It's dirt, dude.
There are growing there are fields to the
I don't know how to
north.
talk to you. I'm gonna walk away now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He's looking around, very confused at the newcomers, including a little fox girl that just ran up to him.
Okay, let's
do
go.
that to random people.
Let's go where we need to go.
Where do we need to go? It's D&D. We can do whatever we want.
I mean, that is true, Seda, if you
Go
want
Far
to
Harbor.
run off and explore.
I am going north to look for the dirt.
I want
Fine.
to browse the
Say that.
blacksmith's wares.
I mean, he's just he's making things. He doesn't have a shop. You just wandered into
I
a
want to
forge.
browse his wares.
Okay,
has
how does
stuff he's
Morthos,
wearing.
in character, want to do this?
That's a fair point.
Okay, moving on. You bumble into a barracks full of, like, what appear to be some nobles.
Oops. Sorry.
That sound plays as you enter the room.
I found a secret, you guys! God damn it!
There. Through much corralling of the cats, you guys, Matthias leads you to where an entranceway is carved in, flanked with two really broad-shouldered, mean-looking Aiel. And Matthias goes and says, "I offer you water and shade. I have our Lord asked for these to be given to our Lord asked to speak with these newcomers, and Ilya Sedai when she returned as well." The Aiel nods at Matthias. He's given the rest of you the evil eye.
I'm assuming except.
Hey, what am I doing over here?
Are you not
No,
over there?
I'm
Are
up
you
here.
still hanging out?
I went north to look for the dirt.
Guys, I think Ryoga's lost.
Are you lost?
I drug him with
Of
us.
course I am. Oh.
8, you are getting some weird looks from the soldiers you just burst in on.
Is this where the dirt is?
Ooh.
No?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
What?
The guys asked, "Who are you?"
I didn't hear that. I am the one looking for the dirt.
We don't have any dirt here, girl. Where are your parents?
They're dead. I turn around and walk off.
Oh!
And then the archer takes careful aim.
Ian, what you had a question before I say the silliness? Ian?
Oh, I said I'm assuming they're not giving Ilya the dirty look.
No. They're just like they accept Ilya and Matthias, but everyone else is getting like, who are these people? One of them turns to Matthias and says, he is receiving reports from him. But he said, and you cannot.
Ominous at all.
You cannot enter. Not for now. The Karakarn is not seeing visitors. He adds, like, there's like, he gets along with them, but there's still a little bit of like distrust because he's Aiel. Behind him, what?
What's Aiel?
The people.
Basically,
met-
big guardians.
Yeah, they're like the guardians of the desert. They
Right, the dudes
use
that
spears. They're in like desert clothing. They're the majority of the people around here, but they're not the only ones by far.
These are the people Ilya would take out with her, right?
Yeah, they would. What do you mean?
Like, I think that's the same one. Like, as the green. Like if
Go
she
ahead.
were with the green Ajad, whatever.
is more of like a more personal thing. Like Zuko in human form would be Illy's warder.
Okay.
Like that, they're very much more personal. Like Illy as a brown without a warder, like could take guards, but they wouldn't be her warder.
All right. Awesome.
Okay. So as he says this, you hear a soft, melodious voice from behind him say, "Your Karakarn is receiving visit now." The door steps a figure. Some know him Bloodless. Some know him as King Killer. Some know him as the Red Death. You, Ilya,
And some know him as Donkey Kong.
you just left.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
I think he died.
Okay, we'll continue. Not too much left. And Matthias, simply know him.
Apparently my computer is shutting down.
What's it?
I didn't say anything. Yuli's computer is shutting down.
You, Ilya, know him as, and Matthias knows him as Quoth.
Really?
It's Quoth.
Oh my god.
Who's Cloth?
Quoth.
Who's Woth?
Both, as you may know it. The one Ilya's dating right now, kind of, sort of.
Who?
He
Like he's character.
Who?
was in the last campaign.
In Twitter, it's spelled
I
KVOTH.
barely see what Illy's doing. Because, like, the strings of chat is, like, broken all the time. So I can't get the full conversation, so...
Oh yeah, because I don't do the reply a certain way.
Yes,
The
he was
worst-
in the last. He was in the last campaign. Do you guys remember him?
Sort of. His face looks
I
familiar.
remember Coat.
Oh, Coat!
Yes, but his real name is Quoth. But
I remember him. He's just his friend. He showed up the day I was out. And I just kind of...
did he?
Yeah, he just kind of showed up for me.
Oh.
Him and Varys are best friends.
Yeah.
Morthos thought or Justice thought he was a demon.
Yeah, whatever.
And that's why they were best friends.
Is this the way to the gardens?
No, little he Quoth Fox girl. This is the way to the Karakarn.
God, I don't even
Does
know what a
Morthos- I have
Karakan
a
is.
question. Would Morthos and Coat know each other? Because Morthos was trained by Varys.
Wait, did we establish that?
Yeah, it's in my backstory. And you agreed with it.
I don't remember that. Morthos may have mentioned, or Varys may have mentioned, sort of said it. Yeah, yeah, kind of. Step up. It's a ledge. Yeah. Morthos may have mentioned like meeting, or Coat, but like they don't know each other. Quoth certainly doesn't know Morthos.
Okay.
Someone lied to me.
There's more to it than the map. The gardens, eventually.
So the gardens are that way.
Well,
When Morthos sees Quoth, he's gonna take off his hat and kneel. Because he knows who he is.
Quoth is going to smile at this and say, "Well, I haven't gotten that reaction before."
They are a interesting bunch, you could say.
I know of you. You're friends with my mentor, Varys.
Who speaks for the trees?
He speaks for the trees and very highly of you. Or he speaks for the trees and the trees speak very highly of you.
Varys, I didn't know he was still with us.
Oh, that's a trip.
But good to hear of you. You know of Varys?
Yeah, he trained me. He taught me a lot of what I know about combat.
Good. Matthias, he nods at Matthias and says, Lady Ilya, he gives Ilya a little bow. Good to see you returned. Any luck finding the Sangreal? Which are like a fancy.
Unfortunately. Go ahead.
You go ahead. That'll come out. That'll come out later. You know what a Sangreal is. The others may not, but it'll be explained later.
All right. Unfortunately, I did not. It seemed to have been looted before I even got there. And I had an interesting run-in with some little creatures.
Aki on for Sangreal.
Yes.
Uh,
It could be Arcana too if you want. It's the same exact roll.
I'd want. So, just from your travels, you know that the term Sangreal is in the old tongue. It translates roughly as like item of power or something. So you don't like. You know that they're referring to something important, but you don't really know like what. But you know that she was looking for something important based off that conversations. No, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So Quoth is going to say, well, come along. He's asked that we all meet with him together.
Oh.
And pause for a second before stepping aside. Just aside. And the path opens up.
Ooh, he has a gold ring.
He's a silver one for me. Or what do you mean?
Guy up here.
Oh, there's a dude in there. Oh, okay. I was zoomed really far in.
You're not the
Oh,
guard.
okay, let's go through that.
So as everyone files into the hall,
What's
this
in
is
the box?
8. It's a locked box.
Oh.
This is appeared to be the largest like personal chamber that you guys have seen. There's a bed in one corner. There are rugs and tapestries. There are desks, an elaborate desk with maps and other effects set up. There's
Where's
corner
the table
like
with the map?
that's here.
I'll see you one day.
Slightly stroking the far arm around the back.
In one corner, there appears to be some kind with a jade dragon head carved into the top. As you guys approach, Matthias and Quoth both bow to a very tall man, Aiel, just from his coloring, with brown hair that sort of falls almost to his shoulders. He's got a beard that's gone gray. He's dressed in white and red with a long cloak of burgundy draped around his shoulders. And both Matthias says, "May we offer you water and shade, Karakarn." And then Quoth says something similar.
So,
Well, alright then.
so is that like a greeting around here, or
Greater good.
The greater good.
the greater good?
The greater good.
You can roll a history check.
All right.
You can ask the character.
History, Aki?
Yes, 11.
Illy, you would already know this, but
I know, it was just for fun.
because the Aiel live in the great southern desert, and shade are things not often found, and so when greeting someone, you say, I offer you water and shade as a pledge of good faith and hospitality.
Okay, but do I know that?
You know,
You're connecting the dots.
yeah, a bit of it, yeah. Like you can gather that's what it is.
Alright.
Lothar. Thias stands and quickly spreads his arm in the direction of the man who's just like watching and says, "You, Zeta, thank you. Might I present to you Telamon, Karakan of the Aiel people. Greatest leaders."
We thank you for your hospitality.
We offer you water and shade.
Glances at 8, and a little bit of a smile comes onto his face.
Ilya smiles as well and pats her on the head with a mage hand.
He looks at you and says, "It is good to see you again, Ilya Sedai."
It is good to see you as well. I see things are still in order around here.
We continue to fight on, although is still not returned. We are hoping she will return soon. Eden, you know who that is? Ilya knows who that is.
You cut out, so I don't even know what word you said.
We're waiting for
he
her
says,
to return.
Who is her? Oh, I know who her is. You didn't say a name.
Yeah, Ilya knows who that is. It'll be revealed later. He says, "I've heard that your mission to retrieve that Sangreal was not successful. It was not there."
That is correct.
Unfortunate. One of those. Quite the edge. No, but...
Did someone say edge? Pulls out a piece of wood and starts carving a fucking demon.
Edgelord.
Matthias punches Varys in the back.
I didn't actually do it.
But like, okay, fine. But he turns. "Action, Lady Ilya, and Master Quoth. Now, Matthias." And Matthias is like, people don't really see Luce Theron all that often, and to be like personally addressed by him is a pretty big deal. Through our words, we have networks. We've been giving new recruits. You say these killed an Inquisitor.
We did indeed, sir.
I was in jail.
He gives a look at 8 before turning on Lothar. "Tell me what happened." And you can summarize. Like, you don't need to do it word for word.
All right. Well, first it started with this fucking.
Not
gorilla.
you! We were in a village that was celebrating a festival. They had bodies hanging in a tree. Somebody looks over to 8.
Once
We all
told me.
covered it.
Cut them down and then the Inquisitors came.
It was mean to put them up in the tree.
The Inquisitors said they were going to put children in the tree next. And I was not going to let that happen. So I defended them we defended them to the best of our abilities by killing them.
Well, Luce Theron.
And then I go into a whole bunch of detail. Using my bardic performance abilities.
Okay.
But na. We killed some people. Na.
Singing a joyful tune about it.
Cha-la-la-la.
We fought, killed, and burned the bodies.
Or an epic.
London Bridge is falling down.
At the end, Luce Theron is stroking his beard. Well, it seems like you did well. You did very well in the fight against the Shadow, and you stood up for what is right. That is good.
I use my hat to make myself look like him, also stroking my beard. Yes, very well. Very well. Good job.
Quoth, Matthias, and Ilya just look completely aghast.
I just face palm so hard.
I zoned out for a second. What's going on?
Yeah, me too.
Great. Eight's being an idiot.
You will be thrown into the dungeon.
Okay, what's new?
And I shall be taken to the garden, where I find my new pumpkin.
I flick 8 on the nose again.
And as I flick my hat, like, effect wears off and I hold my nose. Ow! That was a long story. You can't expect me to pay attention the entire time.
If Matthias, you vouch for these people? I do. What?
It's a very interesting hat.
You're not taking my
Well.
hat.
Well. I think you, as unorthodox group as you may be, we could always use the men, we could always use the power, and, well, I do not think you would fit in with our regular recruits in the fight against the Shadow. We could use you, if you will join us.
I was going to go up against Telos, whether I had support or not.
Good man, Luce Theron says, a flicker of a smile crossing his face.
It is my life's sworn duty to defeat the evil that is known as Telos.
Good sentiment.
Oh.
Ilya leans over to, I forget how to pronounce it, that guy.
Luz Theron.
Luz, she leans over to him and softly whispers, I believe Lothar is the brains of this group. Best address things to him than the others.
Yeah, so technically, just for reference, his whole first name is Luz Theron. His name is Luz Theron Telemon. So Luz Theron is, like, you wouldn't call him Luz. It's Luz Theron. So
Alright.
fire around here, 8.
Zach's
So it's-
name is Zachary, but we call him Zach.
It's not the same
But
thing.
Ilya would have respect, so.
Yeah, it's Luz Theron.
Respectable. It's
I
just
don't-
a nickname.
I want people to call me Zachary, but no one ever does.
Okay.
Shut up, Zach.
Luz Theron turns and gives a slight nod just to indicate that he did. No, I believe that you lot can do some very, very useful. No, you see, with the information that Master Quoth has provided, I think once Our Lady returns, and perhaps before, to strike against the Iron Government. But he sighs. 8. Any attacks, as Mr. Quoth knows, would be suicide. First, we must
Toss it
weaken
out.
them.
Said, oh sweet, I'm in.
He says, first, we must weaken the Iron Government, and that, I think, is where you will come in.
Why?
Because I'll send my Aiel to the wetlands and have them fight. I mean, I could, but in the current state, it would be too strong. You're unorthodox. They'll never see you coming.
We're like your
So you're
wild
sending
card.
us in on a suicide mission.
That's my type of mission, dude.
Screams down the hallway.
What? Oh. He has very good ears.
Suicide mission? No, I intend for you to survive. You will be a special strike team striking at important parts of the Iron government.
You have a very trusting attitude. What if we were evil people? How do you know?
I would have sensed that a long time ago and disposed of you all quite quickly.
You can sense evil?
It is easy to tell if someone is evil or if someone is good.
You should
If you
relook
think-
over Lothar. I'm just saying, I mean... Man.
If you think I would allow Iron government or cultists to enter my inner sanctum,
I was part of a cult once.
he just blinks.
It was about this blacksmith guy.
Oh god.
You would be mistaken.
Chris Blacksmith.
You've shown initiative. You've taken down an inquisitor.
Press blacksmith.
Initiative. Okay.
No. Initiative and taking down an inquisitor.
I wasn't there for that.
And so I think you would be ready to assist in other matters. You accept?
Yes.
Sure.
Very well. And he goes over to the table and wears a map on the see.
Where there's like hearts around on the map. There's hearts around. Oh, the bar.
No.
And, there's hearts around Far Harbor.
Now he shows you the map. So he points, are here. As you know, Seda, I
His
swear to
map
God.
has a giant dick on it too.
No. No. As you all know, there are rules from Mount Altara here. He points. Currently, he's far too implanted to risk attacking. It would be suicide, and I wouldn't send you there. I would not send you there. No. And as you know, he rules has not been seen in years. He rules from inside Mount Altara, doing whatever experiments he is.
I've seen him like 10 minutes ago. What do you mean?
Okay.
The blacksmith? No one?
Yeah.
Alright.
Not send you there, no. But the four holds are ruled from each of these cities. Ellendale by, let's see, I had the names.
Fanriel,
Look.
Far Harbor, and Sunspear.
These are the rulers, hold on.
Pale Lady.
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
That's the one from...
God damn it.
The Feathered Serpent.
No, that's the inn. Hold on, I had these names.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I can't believe I have these names somewhere. Is it a note? Oh, I think it's in the notes. Hold on. TikTok, make small talk. Make small talk.
I'm dead inside.
I'm not planned for this one.
Small talk.
How do we reduce the font size in the Roll20 chat?
You can't.
But then how do we make small talk?
Oh.
I'll show you.
Sorry, guys.
If we're pretty much close to wrapping up, we're just gonna get the names refreshed next week anyway. So
I need to have the names. They're sort of important.
oh,
Well, you've
Jesus
got a week to figure it
Christ.
out.
I mean, what like? Hold on.
Wow, really?
who did it?
Oh, okay. Yes. So,
It's everywhere.
ruled by the Masked King, Fainriel, ruled by the Pale Lady, Sunspear, or by the Queen of the Dunes, under the command of the Lord Watcher.
Was that last one Far Harbor?
Yes, the Lord Watcher.
It will be me soon.
Each eliminating these would vastly weaken the hold in the area. Rule in the hold. Strengthen our own cause, as we could undermine civil authority and even place our own rulers on the throne if we wish.
Wait a minute. We have to hurt the Pale Lady now? Didn't we work for her?
No, we worked for the Queen under the city. I think that was it.
Yes, Queen under the city.
Oh. Well, that's a good thing I'm not in charge, or else I would have just messed things up.
Also, task is eliminating any one of these four is no easy task. As there are items that could help you. Real, or in the common of divergence. These are powerful ancient artifacts that the Aes Sedai the land before the White Tower fell. They could be. We've been trying for many years to locate them, but we've been having very, very limited success. We've recovered a few, but now, fortunately, of them, if you wish to follow up with him and pursue that further, I will leave that up to you. You can either go after the Sangreal, go after the four fangs, or you could strike out at any of the four fangs now you wish.
I'm going to liberate Far Harbor.
I think we might want to get some magical items, more powerful items, before going to kill.
That is up to you.
Far Harbor.
I told you, wait. I'm not going to Far. I will go anywhere but Far Harbor.
Then this is where we part ways.
But yes, if you can help us bring down the four fangs, we greater position for our final assault on Mount Altara, down Telos, he says with a nod. I think is where we're going to end. Terms of gameplay, I assume Ilya, you will go with them, obviously, but this is really, honestly, where I thought you would be after like 2 sessions. But anyway, this is where the campaign opens up. Any one of the 4 cities, you can go and try and take down that reign among them, and that reign over them. I actually am going to put that in the Discord just so we have a record, because I texted it to myself and I couldn't find it. You can also go after the vestiges.
Vestiges. That is my vote.
I vote Far Harbor.
Guys, say it, please. You can also go after the vestiges. Items that could help you. But I will say that the world is not just going to stay still while you guys spend a few years running after vestiges. Will change. Groups will act. Things could get tougher if you wait. So it's up to you guys. That's
but going
really
after the
your
vestiges
guys.
is supposed to be making us stronger. So if things
Theory?
get tougher, but we get stronger, then it should be easier.
I mean that's how Ryoga could see it. Yeah. They definitely could help if you guys might make things easier. If you take like one out, that would divert attention, and so it would like make things
That's
easier.
what Ilya would suggest. Take the weakest one out now, divert the attention, and then go after our vestige. Go after one, and then see if they can take another out.
So it's totally up to you guys.
We started where again? The very beginning.
The little purple dot.
Just north of Vinreal.
All right. So we have not been up to Endel, have we?
Elendel. You've not been up to Elendel.
Isn't that Lord of the Rings?
No. Like I take like it's from something. I didn't not original with that, but
Aragon?
it's not from. No, Mistborn.
Elendil's from something else too, though.
I
Google it.
took it from Mistborn.
Um.